Some creative work! What are you talking about? You already did it. I don't want to hand it over all of a sudden everything will be bad and no one will like my topic and they will put me F. You did this work already during the holidays, while everyone else has not finished it yet. What are you talking about? I will not pass it! Let's go. She won't pass. Now we will check.
6.5 hours later.
Passed? Not that word. I had no doubt about I will get A. Oh yeah. Good day! It's Fruty with you. It's the end of the school year and I'm already past a creative work. I will describe what it is. All students of the 8th grade in our country are obliged, underline this word, are obliged to perform creative work through the year. The work can be done alone, as I did, or as a group, like Nastya and Sonia. Creative work is a required condition for graduation from high school. The topic of this work is chosen by the student and research is carried out depending on the purpose of the work. The topic of my work was about brackets and the purpose of my work was to teach children how to handle them. In general, today I will tell you about what problems I had and how I passed this work. I chose the topic of this work at the end of the 7th grade, so in theory I didn't have to worry about it in the 8th grade. At the beginning of this academic year, I agreed with the biology teacher that she would be my curator on this work, and we agreed on the final version of the title of my work. Before the first presentation, I was absolutely calm. I did the presentation very quickly in 2 or 3 days, and it was not difficult for me. Fast forward to my November, there were about 5 weeks left before the first presentation, and in one of the history lessons, our history teacher told us, "We will do creative work with the wild class," and I think that this should not even discussed. We were shocked because already half of our history group had already chosen a topic for their work and we had already agreed on the title of this work. After this lesson, all teachers curators of those who had already chosen a topic came to us, just like my biology teacher. She called me over and said that the history teacher had told her that I would be doing the work with the world class. I fell into even more shock, and we all went to the history teacher to figure it out. For a very long time, she didn't want to admit that we can take a separate topic. As a result, at the first presentation, I spoke together with the world class and separately for myself. Our deputy director decided to deal with this, and after everyone showed the work, she went to personally deal with the history teacher. As a result, we won, and our teacher came to everyone and apologized to us and allowed us to take our topic. I think this is an achievement. I hope you understand the sarcasm. I also taught this work in elementary school. The first lesson I spent at the class of my Russian teacher. As soon as I introduced myself to the boy class after the lesson started, one boy raised his hand and said, "Do you want to become a brackets teacher? Otherwise, I don't understand why you came." My Russian teacher looked at him and said, She wants to become a doctor, a dentist, and this why she came to give you this lesson. She just humiliated him. Also, in the same class, there was a moment that I was talking about what things are needed to care for breakage, and they need a special brush, and one of the students tried to joke and did it very bad. Is it like for a toilet? Well, it's logical to assume that he flew from the teacher, but not so that he flew out the window, but it was so. At the end, I had a quiz prepared for the children, and how difficult it was to make them all sit down and do as no one wanted to work when they had a phone in their hands, but in general, everything went well. When I taught a lesson in the third grade with my younger sister, and there was about the same situation, and there was also such a smart one who decided to joke in the same way, but this time it was much worse. But not for me. The class teacher asked me to stop, got up and went to the boy who joked about the brush, and began to scold him very much, after which she took his diary and wrote a remark to him with a bright scarlet pen and such a big underline as if that boy had committed a murder. Poor child. Let's move on to how I handed over the work. We had to make a presentation to defend the work before the commission and a Word document to show all the work. For the presentation, we needed at least 10 slides, of which 5 were introduction. And guess who had the most slides? Huh? That's right, I have. You probably think that I had about 21-25 slides. Haha! No! 47 slides! 47 fucking slides! This is the biggest number of 2 parallel classes. I defended this work, and when we were given 10 minutes for the presentation, my presentation came out for 15 or 20 minutes. But all my other classmates were happy about it, and they say thanks for holding up the time. By the way, before they called me, my nose bled. But at the same time, I was not worried, not at all. And because of this, a similar dialogue occurs. Well, Kate came out and speak. Excuse me, can I fake a napling? Kate, better come out and stop the blood, please. The best thing is that the bleeding stopped quickly enough, so everything worked up. Well, in spite of all this, I handed on A+, and that's why I'm done. Thank you all for watching, good luck to everyone, and bye-bye everyone, see ya!
Alright. I can't focus on what needs to get done. I'm on notice, open digital run.